This is the updates. So there's technically three little updates that have been given for Am I the Asshole for accusing my sister-in-law of emotional incest and ruining Christmas. Update 1. I just want to hop on here to say that my husband just got off the phone with his parents and they are extremely mad at sister-in-law. He asked me if I seriously thought she thought of him in that way, and this all stemmed from jealousy. Apparently, father-in-law has thought the same thing since the incident happened last year, where me and mother-in-law were talking about lingerie, and sister-in-law locked herself upstairs for the rest of the night. But he was trying to convince himself that he was wrong. I told my husband, I don't know if she's necessarily physically attracted to him, but it is definitely jealousy. All four of them are going to sit down tomorrow to have a conversation. I'll update again after that happens. For now, all is good and nobody thinks that I ruined Christmas. Update number 2. I just woke up and holy shit. I think I need to preface a little bit. I messed up in my original post. She has bipolar disorder, not BPD. She started showing signs of depression at 15 or 16. Before this, they had a normal sibling relationship. Honestly, maybe less close than most siblings. This was before my husband and I were together. It was the height of the lockdown and my husband had to return home from college. My in-laws are essential workers, knew something was going on with her, and because my husband was home, he was tasked with watching after her. She was going to therapy at the time, I believe. Long story short, she made an attempt on her life while he was home alone with her. He found her. She was committed for 7 days and then was just put into virtual outpatient. This was really hard on my husband. He felt responsible because he felt he should have been watching her better, knowing she was struggling. This led him to overcompensate when she got home, basically waiting on her hand and foot, begging his parents to get a baby monitor, which was a therapist's recommendation, and even moving his bed into her room so that they were sharing a room. From what she says, she hated it and teases him about it to this day. Everyone got therapy after the attempt. After a couple months, my husband was medicated for anxiety, OCD, and began giving her space. And after 2 years of therapy, he no longer takes the medication. She went through a manic episode the first few months of my husband and I dating and was committed again, this time being formally diagnosed with bipolar disorder. She still receives treatment. Now for the small update. My mother-in-law called me and said she didn't feel comfortable with me coming this morning for my own safety. This was to the convo where the mother-in-law, father-in-law, husband, and wife were all supposed to sit down with sister-in-law to address what had happened the night before. But she didn't want me to feel like they were hiding anything from me, so she's going to call me during the conversation. My husband's uncle is a psychiatrist and was there last night, and he is going to be there today. He was the one who suggested this intervention, so I guess he's going to mediate. He doesn't treat my sister-in-law professionally, obviously, but knows about her history. Even though they are on my side, I think mother-in-law and my husband think this is just some big misunderstanding. I think father-in-law, on the other hand, has been paying closer attention for a while and doesn't have the same hope. Sister-in-law is apparently pretending nothing happened and is acting normal this morning. My husband has already left for their house, so I'll hopefully have another update soon. I'll probably just comment on this post because this is getting long, but I really appreciate all the comments and showed them to my husband this morning. I think he left with a better understanding with what he is dealing with. And here comes the final update at this point. Last update for a while. Sister-in-law is going inpatient. My husband called her a few hours after he returned home to formally go no contact. And I think maybe to see if this was all some sick joke. She had a mental breakdown, bringing up a specific instance when my husband had a normal male reaction after waking up in the middle of the night. She saw him in the hallway on the way to the bathroom and thought that normal male reaction to waking up was because of her. Ew. She was 14, he was 18. She saw that he had morning wood as he was walking to the bathroom and assumed it was because she caused it? What the fuck is she thinking? Apparently, she brought it up the next morning at breakfast in front of the whole family. My husband was extremely embarrassed and hadn't even known she was even up. Of course, their parents explained that it was normal and to not spy on her teenage brother. This instance was apparently what started her undying love for him. Oh my God. She said some truly disgusting things I will not repeat here. When my husband told her that this was all in her head and that he had never thought about her like that, she threatened to commit again, to make him love her again. Needless to say, the ambulance was called about an hour ago, and I couldn't imagine they wouldn't keep her there. My husband has switched from confusion to rage, but I believe anything he's feeling right now is valid. OP, I think through all this craziness, everybody forgot what started the most recent issue was you and your husband announcing that you're 10 weeks pregnant. I'm going to tell you, you need more boundaries, more barriers, more everything. Because since your sister-in-law lives with your in-laws, you cannot go to your in-laws' home when she's there. No, I do not think you're safe. She just stated through the interaction that she's in love with her brother. She thinks morning wood when he was a teenager was something she caused. She hates you. She's at 22. She's throwing tantrums, hiding in her room because your mother-in-law, you were talking about lingerie. She talks about how disgusting it is that you and your husband have intercourse. She could be a danger to your child or to you. You need to completely stay away from her while you're pregnant, and you need to keep that baby away from her. As a matter of fact, I'd be looking into TROs, permanent restraining orders, because she is now using her mental health as a whipping post to emotionally blackmail her brother. She threatens to kill herself. Why? Because that'll bring him in. That's what brought him in last time. She didn't know that the first time, but she did learn from that what she got from him, and she's going to try and replicate that. She is going to be using these things to try and get you out of the way, baby out of the way, and her brother back to her. But in an inappropriate way is what she wants. It's not what your husband wants. I'm not claiming any of that. But what I am telling you is stay far, far, far fucking away from her. And keep your baby far, far fucking away from her. I don't care what the hell is going on. She should never be near your child. And if for God forbid, for some reason she needs to be, you and your husband both need to be there. Do not ever leave her alone. Do not ever leave her, your child, with anybody else that has the potential to allow her to be near them. And you know what? This sucks for your in-laws because they've done nothing wrong. But they're going to have to come to your house to see their grandchild as long as she's living with them. There is no way, if this girl has actually attempted once, is now using that, claiming she's going to do it again. How do you know she will not hurt your child? You can't take that chance. She's done too much unhinged shit. Do not take that fucking chance. Protect your child. Protect your peace. Protect your family. Rogue out.